This is Art Music 12 and I'm here to do lesson 2 in my beginner guitar video series. There are 5 chords that are played in most songs, and those are the G, the C, the D, the E, and the E minor. So I'll have the A chord. Show you how to play those 6 chords. We're gonna start off by learning the G chord, and all that is we're gonna number our fingers: first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and you're going to place your second finger, your middle finger, on the 3rd fret. If you don't know what frets are, you might want to go back to my first video and I talk about that. But you're gonna place your second finger on the 3rd fret of your low E string. Then you're going to place your first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. And then you're going to place your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the high E string. And that's the formation of your G chord. If you want, you can change it up so that your 4th finger is on the 3rd fret of the high E string, and your 3rd finger can be on the 3rd fret of your B string. Or you can just, and it may be tricky to get these chords at first. You just want to try to have like a curve to your fingers so that you don't like get the. So you want to get all the chords. You don't want to have like. You want to be able to like hear the note ring out. And you're going to want to have your thumb, like I have my thumb resting up here, but you're really just going to want to have it sitting back here on the back of the guitar, on the back of the neck of the guitar. And so when you strum, you're just going to be like strumming all the way down. If you want to learn how to strum, how you do picking, you want to go back to my first video. But you're just going to... The next chord is the C chord. The C chord, some people might play it like this, but I'm going to show you how to play it straight through, not a C2, but you're going to place your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, and this is your root note because it is a C. The 3rd fret of the A string is C. And this is your root, and the root is just like the name of the chord. So if you have a G chord, G is the root, because like the 3rd fret of the E string is a G. But anyways, so you're gonna have your 3rd fret, your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of your A string, and then your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of your D string, and your 1st finger on the 1st fret of your B string. Don't want to strum your high E or your low E. You're just gonna. And the C chord, I like have my thumb resting here so that it like mutes it. So that when I strum, like if I strum and I'm strumming fast, that way I won't hear. It'll. But now we have the D chord, and what you're going to do for that, you're going to place your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of your G string, your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of your B string, and your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of your high E. And you're going to strum from the D string, which is your root note because this is a D chord, and you're just going to strum down all the way to that high E string. You don't want to strum the low E or the A string because it just doesn't sound right. Now we have the E chord and the E minor chord. They're exactly alike, almost exactly alike. That's why I'm going to show you how to play both of them. To play the E chord, there's an E major chord. You're going to place your second finger on the second fret of your A string, your third finger on the second fret of your D string, and your first finger on the first fret of your G string. You're just going to strum from you're going to strum every string, but you don't want to have the B string in there. You can if you want to, or you can like sort of mute it, and all you have to do is just like lay down your finger a little bit and it'll mute it. You don't want to press down, but you just want to, like, while you're pressing down on the first fret of the G string, just like sort of have your finger, your index finger, your first finger touching the B string, and it'll like mute it. And so and then you have the E minor. In the E minor, all you do is you lift up your index finger. Everything stays where it is. You just lift up your index finger so that nothing is pressing down on the G string. And you're just going to strum. And if you want, you can just strum from the low E all the way to just the D string. You want that like sort of rough, gruddy sound. For that is you just want to place your index finger and like just bar from, bar just means you just lay it down on all the strings, but you're going to want to bar from the second fret of your D string to the second fret of your B string. So you have your second fret of your D, G, and B all pressed down, and you're going to strum from your E string, because that's your root, till you get to the B string. You don't want to strum the E's. You just want to strum from A to the B. And if you want, if you can't like get that barring down, you can just set your fingers in the place. So your index finger is on the second fret of your D string, your second finger is on the second fret of your G string, and your third finger is on the second fret of the B string. And you just strum it. Now I'm going to show you what a capo is. Capo is just used to change sort of the key of the song or make it easier for you to play chords, especially if you're a beginner. If a song calls for like a lot of sharps, like C sharp, you just have to place the capo on the first fret, and then you can just play your normal chords. But then, like, instead of playing the G from the third fret, you would move it up a fret. So now your middle finger is on the fourth fret, and your index finger is on the second fret, and your ring finger is on the third fret of the high E. This is a G sharp and C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, E sharp minor. Thanks for watching this video. Tell me what you think. If you have questions, leave them below. If you haven't watched my first video, go ahead, check it out.